Hello, happy 1st of December. It's about to be the 2nd of December though, in like 10 minutes. But my cat Magnus is running around, so if you hear any scampering, it's him. Hold on, I'm going to adjust the angle. That's better, you can't see the shelf you're on. Woo! I want to apologise for the last few videos being vertical. Having some technical difficulties because when am I not? My camera won't work, I was filming on my phone, and I filmed vertically because I knew that if I filmed horizontally, you'd just get this weird black background. And I wasn't sure what to do, so I went with the vertical, but I'm very sorry because I know vertical videos on YouTube, they're more of a horizontal vibe, aren't they? So I do apologise for that. I'm just having some technical difficulties. Also, if you wonder if I sound a bit weird sometimes, if I like flinch with my mouth a bit, I've hurt the side of my tongue. It's like a blister or something from like some hot food. So if I kind of like cringe with my mouth a bit, it's because I'm in pain every time I talk. Because the side of my mouth has like a blister, like the side of my tongue to be specific has a blister. So every time I talk, it moves your tongue and my tongue hurts. So that's why, in case you're wondering. I bought these today in town. Sorry, there's a hair on my mouth. Great start. I bought these in town today. They're like cheese and beef dreamies for Magnus for Christmas. My first Christmas present bought, guys. It's for my cat, obviously. He's looking at me now like, yes, can I have one? They're for Christmas, bud. I love the packaging. He loves his dreamies. He loves the cheese ones. So when I saw cheese and beef, I know he's going to go flipping mental for these at Christmas. He's looking at me now. Sorry, this is your Christmas present, bud. So yeah, my first Christmas present achieved, and it's for my cat. Obviously, priorities. I do feel bad that I was just waving treats around his face, so I'm going to give him a tempting beef treat from Dreamies, because I just was literally like, yeah, anyways, and now he's looking at me like, excuse me? So I'm going to give him one of these. There you go, Barbie. Oh, he woofed it down. He's going to love those at Christmas. I used to get him Whiskers treats. He might have a couple somewhere. I've honestly, like, gotten him different branding of treats, right? But he really likes the Dreamies. So he likes the cheese ones a lot. He likes the beef ones. So when I saw, like, cheese and beef combined, I was like, he's gonna flippin' lose his mind. So I knew it had to be a Christmas present. Plus, it was the last packet on the shelf. And I was like, if I don't get these for my boy now, some other cat's going to get them. And that's unacceptable. Like, Magnus is a little prince. So obviously, he has to have the last beef and cheese Dreamies. Obviously. I'm also currently feeding him Whiskers. But I found out recently that apparently it's not good for them or something. Brands, don't attack me if for some reason you're listening. Just what I've heard. Maybe you are good. Who knows? But allegedly, there we go, using that word, these aren't the best because they're full of sugar apparently. But then somebody else told me they are good. So I don't know. But I've got like a whole big box for him. So I want to go through them first before buying him new food. Because, you know, I'm going to go through these first and then try and find a better alternative. But these ones are like cheaper than a lot of the cat brands, but obviously I need the best for my boy, you know, like I need the best for my baby. He's looking at me now like, excuse me, bitch, you're waving this packet around and I'm not getting any of it. So I'm going to put this food down because I feel like a terrible parent for just being like, food, and not putting any of it down for him. So 1 second. He also has this big bag of Whiskers solid food that's been lasting me fucking centuries because he doesn't eat as much solid food as he does wet food. But yeah, if anybody has any ideas on good brands of kitten food, because I looked into some of them and like some brands only do cat food, any good brands of kitten food that then have an adult food option as well, let me know, and I'm also looking into it myself. But if any of you guys have suggestions, let me know. He's also getting so big now. He's such a big boy. He is such an angel. He has an Instagram if you guys are interested, at Madalada Munden. Give him a follow. I posted the cutest, I mean the fucking cutest photos of him well, one photo, but I've got more in my camera roll of him looking all festive in a tree. It's so cute because he is obsessed with the Christmas trees. I have to keep retrieving him out of them. So before I retrieved him out of that one, he was like sat perfectly. So I took a couple of festive photos and then got him out the tree because no. But he did look really cute. And now I've got some festive photos of him and he looks fucking adorable. And I love him so much. And if you want to go see him on his Instagram, please do. Because it's so cute. So cute. The first Christmas present I bought was actually for my mum. But the order, like, they didn't have it in stock. They refunded me it. They let me buy it and then was like, yeah, it's not in stock. And then now they're sending a refund through. So technically I bought the first Christmas present for my mum. But then it didn't work out. So technically that's the first Christmas present, the one from Magnus, that I've actually got ready to give for Christmas. I need to wrap it up. He's got some wrapping paper. I need to do my Christmas shopping early because I'm stressed. Normally, well, by this time last year I'd had like a bunch of gifts already. I'm not going to go as crazy this year because number one, money. But two, like my financial situation's different to last year. But two, I just want to get something really thoughtful for everyone, and then see how I feel, see what the situation is. But I need to get some gifts early because I have some expenses, and I want to make sure I have everyone a Christmas present and not have to worry because it's Christmas time, you know. So, but yeah, Magnus has his first Christmas present, which is good. I also have this advent calendar this year, the Heroes one. My mum got it for me. Thank you, Mum. I've already had the first chocolate, but it was a dairy milk, so I would show you, but it was a dairy milk, and it was really, really nice, and I love the like, kind of like, they're ornaments, like, not ornaments, fairy lights, Christmas tree lights across the box. It's a really cute box. It was nice. So I've had my first advent. I normally forget to have my advent and then have like a backlog of days. But I'm trying to remember this year because it's all festive and fun to do it like one chocolate a day. So, yeah. My room literally looked spotless yesterday and now it's back to being a fucking disaster. Honestly, I don't know how I do it. I don't know how it gets so messy so quick. It's not too bad, but my clothing pile where I have no proper clothing storage, it's so hard to keep nice. It's so hard to keep nice and it's so frustrating. I got a lot of admin stuff done today. That's all I can really tell you. But I've applied for a course that's hopefully starting next year. And I'm really excited because it'll be like something working towards my future. And I'm really excited. So I'm glad that's all in order. I've got everything in place for it. I submitted... Sorry, I'm finding it really hard to talk. My tongue is really, really sore. I've got a blister on it and I'm finding it really hard to talk because it hurts. Like, my teeth keep catching on the blister as I'm talking and it just really fucking hurts. Okay, guys? So bear with me. As I was saying, I submitted my application today. Fucking hell. Ow! I'm sorry. Every time I talk, like talking, like, faster even, it makes it worse because my teeth just go scrape, scrape, scrape and it really hurts. Ouchie. Ugh. Any suggestions for mouth blisters, tongue blisters, let me know because this really fucking hurts. It's not healing very well. I've had it for a little while and it's just not going away and it's getting more painful. And yeah, I'm trying to talk to you guys about something and I'm getting excited so I'm talking faster and then it's just hurting the blister where my teeth are just going scrape, scrape, scrape. It sucks. As I was saying, I submitted my application today. Fucking hell. Ow! I'm sorry. Every time I talk, like talking like faster even, it makes it worse because my teeth just go scrape, scrape, scrape and it really hurts. Ouchie. Ugh. Any suggestions for mouth blisters, tongue blisters, let me know because this really fucking hurts. It's not healing very well. I've had it for a little while and it's just not going away and it's getting more painful. And yeah, I'm trying to talk to you guys about something and I'm getting excited so I'm talking faster and then it's just hurting the blister where my teeth are just going scrape, scrape, scrape. It sucks. Anyways, so I submitted my application and I'm so excited, guys. I'm really looking forward to studying again because I'm doing maths. I've been doing that for a few years to try and get my maths, because my maths is bad. I'm very slow at processing maths. But I've finally submitted my application and I'm excited to be studying. And I love learning. I'm a bit of a nerd. I love research. I love learning. Oh my god. And I've been very burnt out and very like hard to focus on stuff. But I feel like this will be good. And it'll be an obligation. It's a course. I have to do it. And it's working towards my future, for a future career. So I'm really excited about that. And I'm really hoping it goes well. And I've submitted my application. So hopefully I hear back from them soon. And I enroll. And then I'll be on the course for next year. And I'm just so excited for what's to come. Honestly though, alongside the excitement is like kind of fear as well, nerves, because I've been so burnt out and I'm worried I'm going to fail. But I need to remind myself, I'm a good learner, I'm a good student. Maths, okay, I don't process it well, it's hard for me to learn maths, but like I'm good at English. I'm good at science, well, back from school and health and social care. Who fucking knows if that's true now? But I find science interesting and I'm good at English. So hopefully I can work on my maths this year alongside it, as I've been doing. I'm going to get a screener done for dyscalculia, which, oh my god, I'm so happy about, because I've been trying to get screened for dyscalculia for years, and now I finally had like a screener opportunity pop up, and I'm excited. I am still on the waiting list for ADHD that I've been on since I was 19, and it's taking its sweet ass time, but hopefully one day I'll get some help with it. Sorry, I kind of like mini dribbled. This blister is no joke, I swear. But what was I fucking saying? Yeah, on the waiting list for ADHD. My baby! Hi, stinky butt. Hello, look at him. He wants to get down, and I respect that. We respect his boundaries. Anyways, yeah. I have been on the waiting list for ADHD since I was 19. I'm now 23 as well, so what's that, like 20, 21, 22, 4 years. 4 fucking years. I wanted to get help for that because I had a mental breakdown on my art and design course that I did, because I was really struggling. I really wanted to do stuff, but I just couldn't fucking focus, and I was having a bit of a breakdown, and I was like, I need help now, and it's been 4 years, so we love that. But I've got the dyscalculia screening. I did have one in school, and they said it wasn't dyscalculia, but there was definitely something wrong, and then they just never fucking followed it up. School systems, I swear to fucking God. I had a little card that says, Maddie struggles in maths, and that was it. And it's like, wow, that's really, 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 really helpful. Sorry, Mags, I'm just clapping a bunch. That's really helpful, guys. Yeah, Maddie has a problem. Anyways, I also, on that same card, it said that Maddie could use their wheelchair and the lift in the school. It was a little card that I carried around in my pocket in school that just said, like, my struggles, I guess. Which is fair enough, but, like, I needed more support than just a sentence saying Maddie struggles with this. I needed them to figure out what was wrong, because this has been, what's the wording I'm looking for? This has been one of my biggest setbacks, is my maths. It affected everything. Right, I will tell you, I wanted to be a radiographer. Can't maths. I wanted to be a, what are they fucking called? Reconstructive scientist. Can't maths. I wanted to do something in the hospital. Can't maths. I wanted to be a therapist. Can't maths. Everything I fucking tried to do, maths. And in the end, it just was this wall that just got in the way of fucking everything. I thought about university, and then, oh wait, maths. It's just ruined everything. Obviously, maths isn't the only reason I haven't gone further in education. Like, I get burnt out easily, I get unmotivated, I would really struggle, my mental health is diabolical. But maths was my biggest educational academic setback, and it still affects me like every day, I guess, in a way, because I'm just not good at processing maths, and my foundation of maths is terrible. And I was supposed to get a maths tutor at one point, that never fell through, and it almost felt like in my head getting a maths tutor was like taking the money and just burning it in front of your eyes, because I felt so hopeless in maths. And I've been doing this maths class since I was like 20, and then before that, maths in school, maths alongside my college courses when I was like under 18. I've been trying and trying and trying, but even when I learn maths, I just cannot retain it in my head. Like, I would just forget stuff. I'll forget stuff I've already known for like years, and suddenly been like, oh, I don't understand. It doesn't process. The numbers switch about, which is so frustrating. Like, I've misread numbers, not even misread, like, it's like it just doesn't process. Like, 7s and 3s get mixed up, 6s and 9s. 7 and 3, by the way, are completely different numbers, and they get jumbled in my brain. 5 and anything, to be honest. Like, I was trying to remember, I think a 7 and a 3, and it came out as a 9 and a 5 the other day. Like, and I have to reread numbers all the time, just to check I get them right. Like, if it's anything number related, if there's too many numbers in a row, it just, anything, it's like a blockade in my mind. Like, if I suddenly think it's maths related, it's like my brain just like, you know, my shoulder clicked then. Did you hear that? I heard that. It's like this block in my brain, and I want to get better at maths, but it's just my biggest weakness, and it's held me back so much, and it's, oh, you know. But good news, dyscalculia screener, and if that comes back as negative for some reason, I hope they find out what the actual problem is, because, you know. You know, the other thing that gets to me actually is I feel like I've gone down in intelligence, but I don't think that's true. Like, I just think I'm more burnt out and I'm more struggling with my issues than when I was a kid or a teenager. Like, things are supposed to get better with age, and I feel like in some ways I've gotten better, and in other ways I've gotten worse. And maybe that's just because, like, you know that saying of, like, if you don't use it, you lose it? Maybe that's that. But I feel like if you put 16-year-old me here, and 23-year-old me, that's me, where I am right now, and you would ask us different things, I feel like 16-year-old me would come, 16-year-old me would come across as more intelligent. Like, just because, I don't know, I just feel like that would be the case. Like, I think back to what I did in my GCSEs, the grades I got. I was so sick at the time as well. I was in and out of hospital, and I still got good grades. And I feel like if I did that now, in that same position now, I would completely fucking fail, you know? I was having panic attacks in my exams. Like, the page went blurry, and I still came out with a good grade. And now I feel like if you put me now in that same situation, I feel like I just fail. That's just how I feel. And maybe it's just not believing in myself. Like, maybe it's just not giving myself a break. But I feel like I've just, I don't know. I don't really feel like me a lot of the time. And I just feel like I've lost a lot of myself. And I keep losing myself. And I've never really known who I am, to be honest. But I feel like I lose myself more and more. Like, I remember as a kid, I was reading all the time. Now I can barely fucking focus. I was creative, writing, passionate about stuff. And don't get me wrong, I've always had bad mental health, like, for a long time. But even through that all, I still was academic and a good learner. And I feel like maybe I am still that person, but I've just let it lie dormant for so long. But hopefully, it's not all doom and gloom, guys, don't worry. Hopefully, hopefully, this course will be my fresh start, in a way, or my new beginning, or the good thing that pulls me out of this rut and forwards. Hopefully. That's my hope. Hopefully. But there's part of me that's like, it's all going to crash and fucking burn because I'm just not the same person I was when I was last in proper education. Like last time when I did my art course, my full-time education course of an art course, I got a distinction, by the way, and I can't draw for shit, but it's because I did my research, I found meanings behind stuff, I am no Picasso, but how I passed that so high was definitely by my writing skills, and definitely by my finding meaning of stuff, and definitely by my intensive research. I love researching, like, I'm a bit of a nerd for it, and I loved writing essays. Like, I was always the kid that was, like, asking for more paper because I ran out of room because I was just going and going and going and going and I had so much to offer. And now I just feel like, who is this bitch? You know, I can't even string, like, a fucking sentence together. Sometimes it feels like. Which I know isn't true. I just need to... I don't know. I just feel like this course that I've applied for is my fresh start, maybe my new beginning, and I'm looking forward to it and I'm excited. I really, really hope, I really, really pray that I will do this and I will accomplish this and I will finally, because I feel like I'm nowhere where I wanted to be at all, and I feel like this will finally, hopefully, be my path forward career-wise, hopefully. Also, I feel like I want to do therapy again because therapy was really helpful for me. It didn't, obviously, therapy doesn't fix you, but I did learn a lot from it. And this was coming from a person that was like, therapy? What the fuck's that gonna do? Oh yeah, I'll just talk it all away. I was very, like, judgy about it. Like, not about other people going to therapy. I was like, you do you. But to myself, I was like, how the fuck is that gonna fucking help me? And then I actually went to therapy and it was so good, and then it had to end and I was like, really? We haven't even scratched the fucking surface. What do you mean? And I still struggled during therapy, but it was nice having a professional to talk to, and now that's gone away and I want to get back into therapy. And I tried to get back into some form of therapy, but it never came to fruition, and I need something more permanent because the one I was on before was not a permanent therapy. It was just like a set number of sessions. It was like 16 sessions and then that was it. And I wasn't fully honest in therapy, if I'm being honest. I definitely held a lot back and I definitely kept a lot inside and I definitely sugarcoated stuff, and I definitely, like, my therapist would say, like, yeah, exactly, like, because I'm very self-aware, so, like, she'd say something and then I'd say something and she'd be like, yeah, exactly, like, you get it, like, yeah, that was what I was going to say next, because I'm very self-aware, but I definitely held a lot back, and so it wasn't as helpful as it could have been, and that's not therapy's fault, that's my fault for withholding stuff. And I feel like if I was going to do therapy again, I'd have to be brave and I'd have to because I definitely told what I was saying was true, but I wasn't saying the whole truth. And I feel like if I actually was completely honest and not scared of being honest, it could have helped me more. So that's my advice, actually. If you're going to do therapy, say the whole truth, because, you know, how are they going to help you if they only have half a picture? That's like trying to make somebody do a puzzle and only giving them half the fucking pieces. It's not going to work. And you know, the sad thing is that when I finally started to open up and get to some of those hard truths, the therapy sessions ended and I was like, it was so bad. And yeah, I was finally getting comfortable, because that's the thing, I had to get comfortable and I had to feel like I could open up. And she was lovely, don't get me wrong, like, I knew I could, but it's just getting to that place, you know. And then if I start therapy again, I have to start all over, and it's terrifying. And if I only have a limited number of sessions, that same thing's going to happen again, where I start to open up and it's like, ha! Ended. So, yeah. I mean, she did give me resources and I did look into them, but they felt like dead ends. And, yeah. Yeah. But I would like to go back to therapy at some point. But if it costs money, I've got enough financial stuff on right now. But then again, spending money on your mental health is not a bad thing. But, you know, I feel like therapy would be a good idea at some point. Again, because I'm really struggling and I think a professional would be great. So, yeah, hopefully at some point I'll get my ass back into therapy. Also, my green hair has faded a lot, but it's still green, so we vibe. You know what? One of the jobs I wanted to do, actually, when I was 19, was an art therapist. Oh my god. Like, I really wanted to do that. And I was explaining to someone, like, a month ago, actually, how I wanted to be an art therapist and, like, my reasoning behind that. And they were like, that's actually, like, amazing. Like, that's, like, yeah, hell yeah, you wanted to help people. And what I said was, like, sometimes it's hard to, like, put into words how you feel, so like you can do like art to help, or like especially for like children, for example, they're not gonna want to fucking spew their guts, they're gonna want to maybe draw about it. And also another thing I said that was like, people will open up more if it's not just, well, sometimes if it's not just like a full-on conversation, but they're doing something else as well. Their brain's more distracted, they're more at ease because they're doing some artwork rather than just trying to have a head-on-head conversation with you. I explained it way better at the time. I'm butchering this, but like, I was just saying that like, if they're like doing like some artwork, for example, even if it's just unrelated to the therapy session, they're just doodling or drawing or creating some artwork, it's easier to open up a conversation than if you're just like, so tell me how you've been feeling, you know, like that's less daunting and it's more chill and more like, gives it more of a less intense conversation vibe. It might help them if they're feeling anxious to be like doing something with their hands while talking. I don't know, I had a bunch of good reasons I explained at the time, and now I'm butchering it, but I did want to be an art therapist at one point. I think a therapist is an amazing job, but I just don't think I have the emotional capacity to be a therapist. And the responsibility, like, I know you get training, I know you get training, and I know that, like, you would learn, but I don't know. That was one of the jobs I wanted to be for a long time, and I still think therapist would be a great idea, but, like, I'm a bit of a therapist friend, if I'm honest. Like, I will listen to my friends' problems and be there for them, and be a bit of a therapist, but that's different than an actual therapist, you know? But I admire their work, like, I admire therapists. I think it's a brilliant job. But hopefully with this new course I can help people indirectly, is the plan. And because I did health and social care, I wanted to help people. I've always wanted to help people and make their lives better. And now I am going into a animal-based course and I'm excited because I love animals. I want to help, and it's indirectly helping people when you're helping with their animals, and I really hope I get onto the course because I want to work with animals, so hopefully. Plus, I think it would be better for my mental health to work with animals, and animals make me happy in general, and I want to be there to help them. And I know there'll be some like sad things, as with every job, some stressful things, but I just really think working with animals is what I want to do. So, fingers crossed for me, guys, that I get onto this course. But yeah, I've been waffling away at you guys. Oh, I'm looking into buying a car soon. Woo whoop. Not sure when, but I want to get a car. So that's exciting. But yeah. I'm trying to think what else. I think that's all I want to yap about for now. I've been yapping for ages. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. A little chatty video. Little yap. Big yap, let's be real. It's been good to just get back on the camera and talk. It's been really good. I've missed this. I've missed you guys. Parasocial. Anyways. Oh, and I'm really behind on watching YouTube, actually. I haven't watched the Happy Hour podcast in a minute. I haven't watched Dan and Phil in a minute. I've been behind on watching YouTube. I tend to go through phases. I've been watching a lot more Netflix of The Broadchurch and Ginny and Georgia. But I want to get back into watching Happy Hour and Dan and Phil, because those are my two mains. Hopefully I will. Nothing to do with them. It's all to do with me. I go through phases. I'm watching a lot of Netflix, but I'm hoping to get back into watching YouTube because I'm a little bit behind and that makes me sad. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Please let me know what you want to see from me, any video suggestions, anything like that. If you enjoyed this video, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I do appreciate it. It's good to be back. If you can't tell, this video is kind of me getting back into filming and having a chat, and honestly this channel has always kind of just been about whatever I want to do, whatever I want to talk about. Yeah, it's always been the case. There's never been any actual direction. We're just doing what we do. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe to become a Madal. See, okay, pause. I don't know whether to keep my intro and outro. I've been having this whole crisis about it. I didn't do my intro. Now I'm trying to do my outro just by autopilot. I don't know. Should I keep it? I don't know. But yeah. I don't know. Thank you guys so much for watching though. Subscribe if you want to. See, this is why I need the intro and outro, because now I'm like thinking really hard, like what do I say, what do I say, what do I say? Whereas the intro and outro are autopilot. So fuck it. I'll go do the outro. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to become a Madal to join our quest for madness. I'm Madalada Munden. I never say that. Get it? Because I always say that. And until next time, goodbye. Have a lovely day.